Hello, defense aspirants. I am Swati Sheth, a two times recommended candidate for the JAG as well as the NCC Special Entry from Alpha Lead Academy. In this series of lecturate, we have been telling you how to format your lecturate as well as some examples of main topics of lecturate. And in this video, we will be discussing about the topic One Nation, One Election. As mentioned in the previous videos, in this video, we will be following the standard format of a lecturate, starting with the historical background and introduction, later followed by the body of the lecturate, which will include the pros and cons, advantages and disadvantages, the current scenario, or the challenges and advantages, later followed by conclusion along with a personal opinion. Coming to the topic, one nation, one election. Now, in your introduction or the foundation, you have to mention the concept of one nation, one election. Now, the aim of this is to synchronize elections for the Lok Sabha, state legislative assemblies, and eventually local bodies. Coming to the historical context, this isn't new. Simultaneous elections were the norm of India until 1967, after which the cycle broke due to premature dissolutions of assemblies. Speaking about the current scenario, highlight that the Constitution 129th Amendment Bill of 2024 is currently under review by the Joint Parliament Committee in the 2026 budget session. Whenever you mention about a committee or a bill, you mention the name of the person who is the head of that or in the highest level member of the committee. Now, in this case, it is named the Kovind panel because the former president Ramnath Kovind submitted this report in 2024, which formed the basis of the current bill. Then you slowly move towards the pros and cons of the one nation and one election. Now, coming to the pros, the first one would be the cost efficiency. Now, frequent elections are a massive drain. Total expenditure for a combined cycle is estimated at 4,500 crore rupees, which is roughly around 0.03% of GDP, saving billions compared to the staggered polls. Then comes the governance continuity. Now, the frequent imposition of the model code of conduct causes policy paralysis, halting developmental projects for months together. Then comes the administrative ease. Now, most of us know that during the elections, it is the teachers and the CAPF that play a very major role. Now, having one nation, one election reduces the constant redeployment of the security forces as well as teachers, allowing them to focus on their primary duties. Then you mention about the voter fatigue. After pros, you move towards the cons of one nation, one election. Now, the first con here is the federalism concerns. Critics argue that one nation, one election undermines the basic structure. It states that having distinct political identities, forcing their terms to align with center may dilute regional issues. Then you can mention something about the unexpired term problem. A key feature of the 2024 bill is that if a house is dissolved early, the fresh election will only be for the remaining tenure and not a full 5 years. Then you can mention something about the constitutional overhaul, which requires amendments to the Articles 83, 172, and 327. The one nation, one election policy might lead to a national versus regional conflict where there is a fear that national views might overshadow the local grievances, giving an unfair advantage to dominant national parties. In conclusion, you can mention the futuristic ideas of one nation, one election, or what are the plans included in it. Now, the pragmatic implementation. The proposed appointed date for the first synchronized cycle is projected for 2029 or 2034, allowing for a transition period. Consensus is key. Such a massive reform requires a political consensus rather than just a legislative majority. Then comes the logistical readiness. Now, with this kind of population and these many states and this kind of diversity, the question arises is that is India ready for this kind of logistical support? Here you can mention that the election commission needs a massive surge in EVMs, in the VVPATs and manpower to handle a nationwide single day or a phased event. Then you can give a point saying how the one nation, one election helps in strengthening the democracy. Then you can end it with a closing statement where elections are the heartbeat of democracy and one nation, one election is a proposal that make the heartbeat more regular and less disruptive to the nation's growth. Dear aspirants, through this video, I hope you now have an idea about how to deal with accent bills for your lecturate during your SSP. All the best. Jai Hind.